Right, getting down to the bottom of this now. We haven't got that much left. There is a horrid bracelet. That is a really cute Butler and Wilson pin, and we have collectors of Butler and Wilson, so I'll hang on to that. Good. Oh, that's coconut shell. You see that pattern? It's just distinctly coconut shell. So these things can go. And I tend to put these... Costume jewellery goes into a few different categories. There's really good quality costume jewellery. There's cheap and cheerful, pretty costume jewellery that's fun. You know, it's easy and it's fun. Oh look, 9-carat gold bracelet. And then there's modern stuff that I don't think it'll sell anywhere, but it could be repurposed. So I put that all into one big box, and I might give it to my mum to take to her craft club. I have a friend who does wire work, so she sometimes takes some of it and uses the beads to make her wire work look pretty. There's a little moonstone. Charity shop, back into auction. The better costume jewellery either goes into a £5 each or 3 for a tenner department, or a £10 each and 3 for £20 department. I have a friend in Aberdeen at a wonderful shop called Peapod that's just off Holborn Street, so you should all go and visit her if you're in the area. And she sells my costume jewellery along with a whole load of other really cool stuff. Look, there's another little gold necklace got caught up in there. And this is why we are thorough and careful, because you never know what's tangled up in all the junk. I don't even know, I'm holding on to this. That is enamel copper, so somebody's been to jewellery making class and made themselves a pair of earrings, which is quite cool because they were probably really proud of them, and that's nice. Well done, you. I'm sorry if I sound really sarcastic then, I actually didn't mean to. It's just my voice, sorry. That one's gold plated, no look there. And some of this, I don't think, see that's relatively modern, maybe Murano glass. I think that's all one necklace that I'm not going to try and mess about with too much. It'll just go in the salvage department. Salvage. Yeah, look, more gold chains. More maybe gold chains. Good grief. Let's tease you out. So that's a little 9-carat chain. Silver filigree butterfly with coconut beads attached. There's a lot of work gone into that. These are all Mediterranean, Malta, that sort of area. And you get varying qualities and varying eras. That one's quite handsome. Okay. Modern mother of pearl beads. Vintage black plastic beads. Keep going forever. That is modern and not very pretty. Pull you out. There you go. Modern faux pearl beads. Modern watch. What are you attached to? Nothing. Oh look, still on its original Toledo wear. So that must have been bought as a gift, and they weren't very keen on it because it never passed go. Never made it to a wrist, but maybe it'll make it someone's wrist from my department. There you go, old vintage silver ring. This is cyan silver, or Thai silver as it would be known now, and it's yellow, and they're black with silver figures, and it's the story of two gods having a massive fight apparently. I don't know much more than that, but they throw thunderbolts at each other. What have we got here? Moderns, that looks like a nice piece of garnet in there. We've got a silver ring, little copper earring, an acorn, oh, a cameo ring, 1970s. Oh, rings. So that's just a silver plated, but for someone who's into horses, I suppose that's a nice ring box. Might clean up a wee bit. That is costume jewellery. Lost my loop, found my loop. Yeah, so that's gold plated silver. That one's silver as well, wishbone rings. That looks like an oligori. Pull everything out. Oh, hello. Some Dutch boy. Don't know if that's silver. Have a look into that. Some people collect the portraits. Ah, these are cool. Boxes had it. Let's pull these out. So a pretty little silver buckle. We've got really interesting enamelled cufflinks. They're PP Limited, which is a company called Peyton Pepper Limited, I think. So quite nice quality cufflinks. And this, it's wounded, that are lovely. So it's machine turned, and that's the pattern. It was made by machine turning. We've got guilloche enamel on top of it, little pot that opens up, and inside, I've broken it, I haven't really. Inside we have a folding cheroot holder. So I guess once upon a time it was a lovely accessory that would have been on a purse or a pendant or something. Shame it's wounded. Right, piece of tumbled bloodstone, piece of tumbled quartz, Manky modern butterfly, and gads. Right, some things just aren't worth trying to untangle. We'll give them a shuggle and see if there's anything that we want to fall off. Try and detach anything that's good. That could be a silver chain. That's not a silver chain, it's got a cameo on it. So mother of pearl shell cameo as opposed to the kind of brown and white shell cameos. But it's not on a silver chain, but it's better than the junk pile. Take that earring out. So you have to have a good eye for detail. You have to be able to find fiddly things, and you have to be patient. Goodbye. Goodbye. More coconut. Modern bracelet, not silver. That's CZ. Do you see how sparkly it is? Not amethyst, cubic zirconia. Comes in literally every colour now. And silver thimble. So there's a bit of rose quartz in there. They're not. It's not silver though. So again, I don't think I'm going to go to the trouble of untangling all of that. Goodbye. An identity check. Faux bracelets. Oh, I don't know if it'll work. Can you see it says I love you? That's what it says anyway. Maybe I'm doing it the wrong way. I love you. Sweet. Little tin. Hematite. Ooh, a great big fancy bird. So that's made by Boucher. So this is where we're getting into quality costume jewellery by famous people or famous companies. We've lost some stones, but again, there are people who collect Boucher and the other makers, so that's worth putting aside. Someone's lost a key. That's just costume. That's pretty. I don't know what all the scenes are about. Looks kind of Roman. Possibly. I'll have to look into that, but That's a nice, it's 800 silver, so British silver is 925 or 925 parts per thousand, and then you've got continental silver, which can be anywhere between sort of 800 and 925 or 935 parts, but 800 is basically a lower grade of silver. That's a pretty thing. Buy. That was that snake chain. Oh, it is silver, worth hanging on to. It's always useful having silver chains. That's quite pretty. A nice Scottish piece set with different agates. Bit of rose quartz. And that's interesting, but I don't know what it is. Coral. Modern. I don't know if it's marked. I'll keep an eye on that one. Tiny little silver and gold ring there. Well worn. Well loved. That's silver and onyx, but it's lost its bit, so I can go in the scrap department. It's an interesting buckle ring, but it's not gold, I don't think, but put it aside for testing just to make sure. That is gold, and it was Tasmania apparently. It must have come off something else. Is that it? Oh, that's the lid of that box. That's a pretty earring. What else do we have in here? That's a gold earring. More costume bits. It's a silver marker seat ring. It's a silver earring. 5p actual money. That's funny. It's that gold bracelet. No such luck. That's junk. And then lots of little gold butterflies, which I'll have to check, but it's always useful to have gold butterflies in reserve. There are always earrings that need butterflies. Right, so they say BDA 10K, and they're actually really nice quality, but I don't know what BDA stands for. Could be a maker's mark. 10K is American, so we could have a pair of American gold earrings, or they could just be plated. I'll have to check those out as well. And that is the end of that box. I'm not going to put you through any more torment with it and the silver ring. That's it, we're done.